This is the Benchwarmers Trivia Podcast. We have assembled the world's finest sports and trivia dorks to prove once and for all that we are just as bad at this as we were at sports.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Benchwarmers Trivia Podcast, sports trivia for those of us who rode the pine. I'm your host, Bohmbach, and episode 337 will feature the Benchwarmer team of Taco and Dave versus Benchwarmer Walling and an OG supporter of our podcast, Tim Geving. Tim, the last time you joined us was the first recording of 2025, which had the same four players. Why don't you take a minute to let us know how 2025 has treated you and yours?
Wow, I can't believe it's been that long. I feel like I've been here way before then. It's been great. Just watching kids grow up and getting older and older, moving out of the house and whatnot. So, just hunkered down in this beautiful winter weather right now. So life is good. Love to be here with you guys. I feel like I've seen you before then, but me and Walling are in a shootout right now as far as our fantasy football, but I'll just leave it at that because nobody wants to hear about our fantasy football, but that's where we're at right now.
Oh, wonderful. Well, once again, welcome back to the bench. And Walling, how are you doing? And let us know what your and Tim's team name is going to be.
I'm well. I've witnessed the Chiefs crash and burn non-spectacularly. I'm just really unable to cope with the fact that John Cena got tapped out in his last ever WWE match. The whole franchise is still reeling. And so were my toes, which were almost frozen off by the end of the game. And so for those of you that sent along your thoughts and prayers, thank you. I was able to survive. But as Geving mentioned, we are locked in a heated battle where the number two seed, I guess I'm the number 2 seed because Mason's number 1, and highest scorer in the league is pooping himself right now and scheduled to lose, and that's me. But we're still buds, even in spite of all that. And so our team name today is going to be Friends and Foes.
Wonderful. And Taco and Dave, let us know how you guys are doing and what your team name is.
I'm well. It is, at time of recording, 1 week before winter break, so my entire job for the next 5 days is going to be crowd control. That's all I got. The children are done. They're ready for 2026, but I am legally required to take care of them for 5 more days. So it's really just going to be putting out small fires for 5 days in a row. So your thoughts and prayers are appreciated.
Man, it sounds like every couple of phrases is a actual team name just waiting to be used. Your thoughts and prayers are appreciated. I can barely feel my toes. All that great stuff. Josh, thank you for reminding me of the last time Tim was on here because I was on that as a non-bench warmer, and that same episode was one where I believe the Bears beat the Packers in the last day of the regular season. And then Tim went on to beat me and Walling in that. So this feels great because the Packers lost today as well, and on top of losing Christian Watson and Micah Parsons. So this just feels the exact same as last year. So that feels great. Thanks so much. And I do want to have a little bit of happiness because I, as we talked about last week, love the Knives Out trilogy of films. And so I was able to watch the newest one this week. And I wanted to talk to a lot of people about it, but not many have seen it yet. So our team name that I have selected, because Matt asked me to, it was going to be, or is going to be, A Spoiler Was Close.
All right, so we have Friends and Foes versus A Spoiler Was Close. We need some rules, so let's kick it over to Benchwarmer Emeritus Dan for those.
The game will consist of 4 quarters of play, each with different trivia style. The styles of quarters 1 through 3 will change from show to show, and I will explain them as we go along. Like any good sporting event, we will have a halftime show after the second quarter with entertainment questions. And in the fourth quarter, our teams will wager from their points accumulated to see who are today's clipboard captains, to be honored like the true benchwarmers they are. All right, let's get this game underway.
Thanks, Dan. He sounds very festive right now.
He's holly and jolly.
Yeah, absolutely.
All those jangly bells of his.
Do you think he was one of the Ronettes?
The Danettes.
No, the Danettes. Yes, the Danettes.
All right. Today's first quarter will be sporting haikus.
Sporting haikus. For this quarter, there will be 4 questions in haiku form. Each question is worth 25 points.
I'm not gonna lie, I've had withdrawals. I've been missing Josh poetry.
Yes.
These ones should all be hopefully fairly easy. We'll see. Haiku number 1. 6 current teammates, younger than his oldest kid, and he's a grandpa.
You good with that?
Oh, yeah.
All right. Hi, Josh.
Hi.
Happy end of 2025. We'll check in.
All right. Friends and Foes has checked in, so a spoiler was close. You guys can talk it out if you need to.
I think we were just talking about this puffy-faced individual before we started recording.
Yeah, I think this has got to be. We're very scared of him falling down on the field and breaking a hip. Old man Rivers.
And Friends and Foes, what do you guys have?
We also went with the NFL's favorite child producer, Philip Rivers.
Well, both teams are getting their points because the correct answer is Philip Rivers. Rivers had recently reached the semifinalist stage for the Hall of Fame class of 2026. It looks like he'll have to be removed and his eligibility clock will need to be reset.
Well, I feel like the committee would have removed him initially, so this really was.
I'm just saying, technically, he made it, like in November, he made it to the semifinalist round, but now he's going to have to be removed from it because, yeah. But you're right, I don't think he was going to be a first ballot guy.
Or a ballot guy. I don't know. Rivers should not be in.
But he might he'll eventually probably get in just for all of his stats. But I don't know.
At this point, all the Hall of Fames are jokes. So I don't really care too much.
Especially
the only one with any integrity, as we know, is the WWE Hall of Fame.
That's right. That's right.
All right, let's move on to haiku number 2. 2 bros in Jersey, a Norris Trophy winner, traded to the Wild.
Bohmbach, we will check in.
All right, a spoiler was close as checked in, so Friends and Foes, you guys can talk it out.
I don't want to.
You want to talk about hockey for a while, Geving?
Not really. Is this? I can't even think of his first name. And I thought that he had his first game was today. Was it the last name Hughes? Is it Jack? No, I'm not going to even say that. I think it's Hughes. Last name Hughes.
Well, I think that is good enough for us. And the only John Hughes I subscribe to is the one that directed Menace to Society. And so I think that's it, but let's go with Hughes.
We'll check in with Hughes.
All right, and the spoiler was close. What do you guys have?
You know, at Walling, I'm mad because I was going to make a John Hughes joke and you stole it before me. But no, we said the same thing. Quinn Hughes is the name. And I figured for recency bias, since one of us is Minnesotan. So yeah, Quinn Hughes.
Well, both teams will be getting points. I will allow just the last name of Hughes. So if you at least knew who the last name of the brothers. Tim, you did name one of the brothers on the Devils. But Quinn Hughes is the correct answer. Hughes won the Norris Trophy in 2024.
That's why we keep it vague around here. Keep it
and
vague.
I do believe he scored a goal in his first game as a Wild today.
Oh.
I am almost positive, though, that John Hughes is the 16 Candles guy and not the Menace Society guy. John Hughes' version of Menace to Society would have way more white people in it.
Almost exclusively white people.
Yeah.
Menace to Society would just be about a bunch of kids running around toilet papering other people's houses.
Just Caucasian hijinks.
Let's move on to haiku number 3. Little League pitcher, 10th overall selection, WPBL draft.
Hey, Josh.
Yes, sir.
I hope you're having a wonderful Sunday. We're considering checking in. I think, I think we're going to check in.
All right. Spoiler was close, has checked in, so friends and foes, you guys can talk it out.
A women's professional baseball league, Tim?
Oh, Monet Davis.
Yes, I believe from Brooklyn, everyone's favorite goods producer for Christmas, so I'm good with it.
Isn't Brooklyn a line in the Dominic the Donkey?
Yes.
song?
Yes. That's where all the goods were made, according to the tag. So, all right, I'm good with Davis.
Beautiful. Check it in.
All right. And spoiler was close. What do you guys have?
Shout out to the WPBL draft. Number 1 overall pick, former Oakland Ballers pitcher Kelsey Whitmore. But yeah, the 10th pick was Monet Davis.
Yep, both teams are getting their points. Correct answer is Monet Davis. The Women's Pro Baseball League will commence play with 4 teams based in Boston, Los Angeles, New York, and San Francisco.
That's a name I haven't heard in forever.
But I figured it was a name that should be gettable because she was a pretty big name when she was in the Little League World Series. So
Also, can we just complain about the fact that you brought up Oakland Ballers and they play baseball? That feels weird.
They won the Pioneer League Championship last year. They're a great time.
That still feels weird.
all right, well, let's move on to haiku number 4. I think there was some foreshadowing for this one too. Either I can't remember if it was before we started or after we started, but first match, Kurt Angle, 14-time WWE champ. Final match, Gunther.
Check in.
All right, spoiler was closest checked in, so friends and foes, you guys can, well, just give the answer. I don't think there's much talking out.
I watched this last night with my 13-year-old son. He was very distraught. At one point in time, he had taken off his shirt and was going absolutely bananas and didn't know how to take old John Cena losing in his last match. Just didn't understand the business, I guess. So, but yeah, I think last night's Saturday night main event with John Cena tapping out to Gunther was the last ride. So we'll check in with John Cena.
All right, and a spoiler was close.
Listen here, people, okay? This is how the business works, okay? You need to understand that legends go out on their back. And in this case, Cena did the absolute respectable thing, and he tapped out like a real man. And Walter, because yes, his name is Walter, it's not Gunther, none of that garbage. Walter is the perfect individual to send and catapult into the stratosphere of history. We checked in with John Cena.
Both teams are getting their points. Correct answer is John Cena. Cena is a fan of the computer game Roller Coaster Tycoon and used to play the game on his laptop during the early years of his career while traveling on the WWE bus.
That is not the fun fact I expected from you, Bob.
That felt more like a Josh Snyder fun fact than anybody else.
Hey, I did these long before Josh Snyder was listening to this podcast.
No, seriously, I've had to deal with so many wrestling marks out there that have just been like, what? Cena should have won. Or the people that have been like, his last match should have been against Edge. And are you insane? That's 2 totally separate companies here. Also, no one wants to see John Cena versus Cope.
No.
Did you see Michael Cole came out and said that professional wrestling is ruining sports entertainment?
It is sports entertainment.
I know, but he thinks that Cena should have gone out on top.
Yeah, whatever. Michael Cole's also an idiot.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's what they say. They usually say that you lose your first match and you lose your last match. Those are your things. And I mean, he did the right thing.
And if you think that Cena didn't call that entire match to a T, you're also crazy too, because he definitely chose to tap out.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
It was kind of funny watching him smile right before he did it too, like he knew.
Well, Dave, I was glad that you checked in very fast because I know you probably were a little frustrated when I had a wrestling answer on a previous episode before you did. So
That was like 2 weeks ago. Last week was one of the, I don't know. It was awful. It just killed me on the inside.
Yeah, Dave typed the answer in the chat right away, but I couldn't see it.
There it is.
all right. Well, after the first quarter, we have a score. Actually, two scores. They're the same, 100 to 100.
We wanted to let you know that we are on Patreon if you'd be interested in supporting us financially. Your contributions will be used to help us cover the costs that it takes to bring you the high-quality sports trivia you have come to expect from us. There's also some great perks that come with the Patreon membership to the Benchwarmers Trivia Podcast, including bonus episodes and Benchwarmers swag. You can find us at patreon.com/benchwarmerstp. Thanks.
Moving on to the second quarter, which will be Flop, Turn, and River.
Flop, Turn, and River. For this quarter, there will be 3 questions consisting of 5 clues. The first 3 clues will be given before the teams decide if they want to check in with their guests. The last 2 clues will be given one at a time, with teams deciding if they want to check in with their guests after each subsequent clue. If a correct answer is checked in after the first 3 clues, the team will receive 50 points. After the 4th clue, 30, and after the 5th clue, 20.
Question 1. Who am I? The flop. Clue 1. I played for the Cal Golden Bears. Clue 2. I won an MVP this century. Clue 3. I'm a 5-time All-Star.
Josh, we're checking in.
All right, a spoiler was closest checked in, so friends and foes, you guys can talk it out a bit and decide if you are ready to check in as well or if you would need the turn.
Tell me what you know about the old Cal Golden Bears there, Walling.
So, not a lot, but I'm doing an ounce of game theory, but I'm not 100% sure. Because, like, Jaylen Brown played for Cal, and but I don't know that he hasn't won an MVP. You don't call football players all-stars, so that kind of rules that out. I just don't know if there's I think it's either basketball or baseball. If it's baseball, I think I know what it is. But I'm fine with taking another clue because I don't feel like 100% on it.
Do we think that he would have called it by the trophy name instead of MVP if it was basketball? Like the Larry O'Brien or something like that instead?
No, because they only put the names on the MVP like within the last couple of years, and I believe we may have been privy to a rant where Josh thought they were stupid, so I don't think that he would have called it the Michael Jordan Kia MVP or whatever it is.
All right, you want to take another one or you want to take a stab at it?
Yeah, let's just take one more.
Okay.
All right. The turn. Clue number 4. I am the all-time leader in home runs for my position.
Okay. All right.
Well, it's not basketball.
No. But maybe? No.
Maybe.
I'm fairly certain that I should have gone with my game theory earlier because I'm pretty sure this is Jeff Kent.
Oh, because he was just inducted in the hall. Okay.
Yep. And I believe we had a note about him being a former Cal Bear. And, Taco is a guest on the show. And
I was just going to say, I thought we were
questions for guests.
I thought we were supposed to be doing this for right.
So really hammering the Venn diagram of Taco stuff here. We'll go with Jeff Kent.
The nice guy, Jeff Kent.
And the spoiler was close. What do you guys have for an answer?
Yeah, the only Hall of Famer I can think of to go on the disabled list once for washing his truck. We also checked in with Jeff Kent.
Well, let's check the river to see if you guys are correct. Clue 5. I was elected to the Hall of Fame by the Contemporary Baseball Era Committee. Both teams are getting their points because the correct answer is Jeff Kent.
Oh, that's weird. Taco told me it was Steve Bartkowski.
Kent's son Caden played college baseball for Texas A&M and was chosen by the New York Yankees in the 3rd round of the 2025 MLB draft. I wonder if he'll be as well liked as his father.
Dave, you want to cut a promo against Hall of Fames now, since you cut a promo against the end of John Cena's career?
Oh man, you know what? That might take way too long.
Okay,
and,
all right.
we
we'll
already
save it
started late.
We'll save it for a naked bootleg.
Refer back to our previous discussion about Hall of Fames.
I mean, how often has a guy who only made 5 All-Stars been determined to be a Hall of Famer?
I don't know. Ask Harold Baines.
He won an MVP.
Oh, he did. He won. You're right. He won an MVP when he wasn't even the MVP of his team.
Right.
Oh,
Agreed.
Whatever, Joe Mauer.
He was on Survivor. Does that count for anything too?
So is Jimmy Johnson.
He barely made top 10 in that Survivor.
He sure
so-
did.
He was better at baseball than he was at Survivor.
I will say-
John Rocker was better at Survivor than he was.
John Morrison was better at Survivor as well.
So, Dave, you said Joe Mauer. He actually was the MVP of the Twins that season. You know.
Not first ballot though. Where I'm going into.
Oh no,
the
Hall of
Fame.
Famers. No, I don't think he should be in. Well, if Jeff Kent and Harold Baines are Hall of Famers, sure, Joe Mauer's a Hall of Famer,
Well-
and might as well be a first ballot if these guys can get in eventually. So
This is just getting into that promo that I didn't want to cut. I'm muting myself right now.
that's all right. I'll say it. The Pro Baseball Hall of Fame is a joke until they let in the steroid era guys, because they turned a blind eye to all of it for years. As a matter of fact, those guys saved baseball after 94. So
Right.
I don't care. Put them in its own wing with a big old asterisk over the door. I don't care. But until the 2 best players of a generation, the best pitcher and the best hitter, are in the Hall of Fame, this makes no sense. And you let in guys like Jeff Kent and Harold Baines.
Scott Rowland.
I mean,
Rowland.
Dale Murphy. Dale Murphy should be in the Hall of Fame.
Well, Dale Murphy should have been in ahead of all of these names
Right.
that we're just throwing
Exactly.
out here now. But
Right.
anyway, off my soapbox. Let's move on to question 2. When am I the flop? Clue number 1. The Pittsburgh Steelers won the Super Bowl. You guys got it yet? No?
Narrowed down to 6.
Clue number 2. The Montreal Canadiens won the Stanley Cup. And clue number 3. Fuzzy Zeller won the Masters tournament.
You know what? Just for poops and giggles, we'll check in.
All right, a spoiler was close as checked in, so friends and foes, you guys can talk it out a bit, or if you want another clue, there are 2 more available.
Josh did spend a lot of time writing these. I do feel bad if we don't listen to more of his clues.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's a
you'll
good
hear them
point.
nonetheless.
Oh, okay. All right.
We're trying to give ourselves excuses to take another clue, Josh.
Yeah, we were trying to make your clues useful, or maybe they would have been useful if we would have used them.
Yeah. No, I don't have the Steelers' years memorized.
Dang. Okay.
I
Then
know.
maybe we should take another one.
Oh my gosh. All right. Just hope to God they get it wrong. All
Yeah.
right. Let's do it.
All right, the turn. Clue number 4. The Pittsburgh Pirates won the World Series.
Okay. Well, Tim, I probably should have listened to your first guess.
You like
So,
that?
I'm
The
pretty sure
79.
that's-
I could see number 5 being something about whatever, college basketball or something like that. But either way. All right. You
Yeah.
want to check in for 79?
79. Check it in.
Okay, and the spoiler was close. What did you guys have? Yep.
With 51% confidence, we also checked in with 79.
Okay, well, let's check out clue number 5 to see if that reveals if you guys are correct. The River, clue number 5. The Seattle Supersonics won the NBA championship. Both teams are getting their points because the correct answer is 1979. Other notable events from 1979. Willie Mays was elected to the Hall of Fame back when actual Hall of Famers got into the Hall of Fame. Disco Demolition Night at Comiskey Park happened.
Yes.
Sadly, Thurman Munson died in a plane crash. Michigan State won the NCAA Division I men's basketball championship. And 16-year-old Tracy Austin won the U.S. Open. That was fun that I got to take another shot at the Hall of Fame. I didn't try to set that up either. It just worked out that way.
This has been an organic roast of the Hall of
Yeah,
Fame.
the Benchwarmers Trivia Podcast roast of Hall of Fames.
All right. Let's move on to the question number 3. What am I? The flop. I opened in 1875. Clue 2. I host an annual marquee event. Clue 3. The traditional dish served at my marquee event is burgoo.
Okay. Hey, Josh,
Yes, sir.
we're gonna check in.
Okay. Friends and Foes has checked in, so spoiler was close. You guys can talk it out a bit and let me know if you got an answer or if you want another clue.
How many cricket stadiums can you name, Taco?
I mean, I can name one. I can name the MCG in Melbourne, and that's the only one I've got. I was just saying in the chat that burgoo sounds kind of like vindaloo, so I led me to that this might be Indian food, but I don't think that's right. And also, Josh wouldn't write a cricket question. That's beneath him. My first thought on this was the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, but they didn't have cars in 1875. So unless they're running the race for about 50 years,
they had carts.
Yeah,
that's what they
the horse and buggy at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. But then you brought up horse tracks, and Churchill Downs could also be a pretty solid answer here. It feels like it would be opened 1800s. Definitely hosts an annual marquee event. I could see the river being some sort of mint julep clue.
Or stupid hats.
Yeah. Yeah. So if it, I don't know what burgoo is, but like
Sounds gross.
yeah. it sounds probably
Isn't that
some
like
sort
a
of
soup or
goo
something like
sort
that?
of meat. I don't know. Could be.
Soup and meat. So we'll just say a stew.
Yeah, there you go. So do we want to take another one, or just we want to shoot with Churchill Downs?
Let's shoot it. Trust the gut.
All right. We are going to check in Churchill Downs.
Okay. And Friends and Foes, what did you guys check in with?
I think it is a stew, or the reaction that a person who gets turned on by the cold has. I'm pretty sure this is like a stew, and I think this is a Kentucky Derby tradition, and so we checked in with Kentucky Derby and or Churchill Downs. So
Okay.
okay. Where am I? I'm at the Kentucky Derby when I'm eating this, so we'll check in with the Kentucky Derby.
Okay.
Just give it to him.
Just give it to us. We knew what we were talking about.
It'll happen. Hold on. So the turn, clue 4. The traditional beverage served at my marquee event is the mint julep.
Aha.
And clue number 5, the
Stupid
river.
hats.
I host the Kentucky Derby.
Okay.
So both teams will be getting points. Correct answer is Churchill Downs. Burgoo is a stew similar to Irish or Mulligan stew. So you guys, yeah, you were right.
Soupy meat, baby.
And the All England Lawn Tennis and Croquet Club opened in 1868. I thought that could have been another place you maybe thought was Wimbledon, maybe was because they're about the same age of event. So
I don't think the All England Tennis Club is serving a dish called burgoo. That doesn't sound very posh.
that sounds tastier than most English
How does
dishes.
burgoo go with like a watercress sandwich?
And spotted dick.
You can say that. It's the thing.
Okay, well, we have a lead now. After the second quarter, Friends and Foes has 210, and a spoiler was close is at 250. And that brings us to halftime.
It is now time for the halftime show. There will be 3 entertainment questions. Each question is worth 25 points.
It's time for the Christmas edition of ChatGPT pre and post game. I asked ChatGPT to make up plots for fictional movies based on a combination of two movies and or television shows, with one being about sports and the other about Christmas.
When we say Christmas, we're talking like Hallmark Christmas, right? Like the
If you know the names to Hallmark Christmas movies, I feel sorry for you.
Aren't they all just called Home for Christmas or some
It's
sort of
some
like
variation
variation
of
of
like
that,
that?
that,
yes.
with the
Coming
exception
home
of
for
that,
Christmas.
with the exception of that Hot Frosty movie that came out a year or two ago. I think it was just called Hot Frosty. I can't remember. I watched it though. It was mid.
All right. Plot number one. A gambling addict and ticket scalper now coaches inner city kids to pay off a debt. During a fundraiser atop a downtown tower, criminals seize the building, trapping the team and wealthy donors inside. Using grit, quick thinking, and lessons learned on dusty diamonds, the coach turns gloves, bats, and teamwork into tools for survival. As police close in, the kids help outsmart the captors and protect one another, proving that heart, hustle, and unity can win even when the odds tower overhead.
We'll check in.
All right, Friends and Foes has checked in, so a spoiler was close. You guys can talk it out.
You know, I got a little bit nervous for a second because I was like, I thought I know both of these things, but it started off with Hardball and ended with Die Hard. And I had to just role reverse. So thank you, Taco, for bringing some clarity into my life. So that way we could check in with Die Hardball.
All right, and Friends and Foes, what do you guys have for an answer?
yeah, this is our favorite G baby. This is Die Hardball.
Both teams are getting their points because the correct answer is Die Hardball.
That's 2 times in a week we're talking about hard balls, Josh.
Hard balls, hard bulls, whatever. Okay, moving on to plot number 2. A burned out former hoop star battles addiction while guiding a struggling school team through a winter season. To save the program, he joins a frantic quest to secure a must-have toy for a donor's kid before a snowy deadline. Between practices, store chases, and late-night meetings, he rebuilds trust, sobriety, and purpose. The race for the gift mirrors the season's climb, proving redemption can arrive during cold nights when hope seems scarce.
Trust the gut again.
Yeah, why not? These
All right.
points. These points are made up.
We'll check in.
All right. The spoiler was closest checked in, so Friends and Foes, you can briefly talk it out. Let me know when you got an answer.
Not much to talk out.
No, I think
Really
you got
just
the-
the second half. Yeah.
Right. The first half is Jingle All the Way, right? Like we know that,
Right.
but I don't know.
I think this is the terrible Ben Affleck movie, and I just don't remember what the name of it is, but I think it's The Way Home. So it would be Jingle All the Way Home.
Better than I'm gonna get.
All
I
right,
think that's,
cool.
that's better.
Try
Right.
that. We'll check that in.
Okay, and the spoiler was close. What did you guys have for an answer?
Yeah, you're right. I think this is that terrible Ben Affleck film, and we had a similar discussion of what the heck was it called. But I thought there was kind of a redemption arc to it, so we went with Jingle All the Way Back.
One team is getting their points because the correct answer is Jingle All the Way Back. Yes, and
Okay.
yes,
Nice
The Way
poll.
Back was the Ben Affleck movie. I've not seen that one, but I can tell you, Jingle All the Way is a terrible movie.
It is.
So, confession time. I will constantly get Jingle All the Way and Last Action Hero confused with one another. Because Jingle All the Way is about a man trying to buy the Last Action Hero. And so that's where my brain goes, oh, that's why they called it that, because he's trying to get the Last Action Hero.
No, you're
My
right.
Yeah.
One of those two movies is a good movie. The other one, which I already mentioned, is not. Partially because if you're familiar with the Twin Cities at all, the geography of where they take things in Jingle All the Way make absolutely no sense.
And that's the reason why it sucks, kids.
That's the only
Yep.
reason it sucks.
Yep. Geographical continuity. That's the one thing Josh
You know what?
Bohmbach wants in a film.
If you're gonna put a movie and you're gonna film it in Minnesota, you better not have them
That is an
living-
episode title right there.
Yeah.
All Josh wants for Christmas is geographical continuity.
On a scale of Hall of Fames to Home Alone, where does this movie land?
It's nowhere near Home Alone, and it's about as ridiculous as the Hall of Fame. So it's definitely leaning on the
Leaning
Hall
on
of Fame side of the.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's move on to the third and final plot of our halftime show. A snowy town basketball saga collides with a globe-trotting rescue when a legendary gift giver vanishes. A high school coach, former prodigy, and rival siblings juggle playoffs, romance, and secrets as a covert agent recruits them for a daring mission. Between practices and rooftop chases, they learn teamwork off the court saves the season, and the season saves them. Just remember, it's not necessarily a movie. These can be television shows as well.
Mm.
Oh,
Oh, okay. All right.
this hurts. So we'll check in with Payne.
All right, spoiler was close, has checked in painfully. So, friends and foes, you guys can briefly talk it out and let me know if you do have an answer.
I don't think his hint's going to help us because I think that the TV show is what you said. I think the last part of it, or one part of it, is going to be prep and landing.
Yeah, that's the second half of it. And unless, at least I think that's the second half of it. And unless you've got something, I like your idea. I'm pretty sure that was a TV show. Whether or not it's about basketball is TBD, but we can throw it out there.
I don't even know if I just could have made that up though. Like Boston prep and landing. I don't know what else it could be.
Sounds pretty great.
I know.
And I would watch it.
Do we
But-
think that maybe both of them were TV shows? Even if they do, does that help us at all?
No.
I was like, first I thought maybe like hanging with Mr. Cooper up and
Yeah. Hey, I like that.
but then
I'm
I
good
was
with
like,
that.
oh, that doesn't really work. Really got to shoehorn that one in there. Yeah, I mean, I guess Boston prep and landing.
Boston prep and landing and or hanging with Mr. Cooper prep and landing.
It's real close to saying poop. Go ahead.
Okay, and a spoiler was close. What did you guys have for an answer?
I came up with the Christmas part pretty fast because, as I told Taco, I was forced to sit on a couch in front of the TV while this movie was playing. I did not watch any of it, which would be Red One. And people often forget that it's a TV show about basketball, but we checked in with Red One Tree Hill.
One team is getting their points, and I'll even let friends and foes have both of their answers because neither of them is correct. Because the correct answer is Red One Tree Hill.
They were only half brothers, Josh.
They're still
saying-
they're rival siblings. If you're a half
siblings.
sibling, you are still a sibling. And by the way, this is ChatGPT, not me. So,
ChatGPT has no siblings, so
like, I'm pretty sure it's not a snowy town either. I don't think there was any snow in that town. I could be wrong, but whew, all right. By the way, Red One, not a terrible Christmas movie. It's actually not bad. I mean, it's
you
a typical.
You can have it.
It's a typical.
I'll take Jingle All the Way. You can take
Oh,
Red One.
God, I would take Red One 1,000,000 times over Jingle All the Way.
I don't have the same continuity problems geographically.
No, also, The Rock is a better actor than Arnold Schwarzenegger.
He did Red Sonja.
I don't care who he did or didn't do. So, okay, well, we're done with the halftime. We have some updated scores. The lead's getting a little bigger. Friends and Foes is at 235, and the spoiler was close is at 325. But hey, luckily for friends and foes, the third quarter is Lucky 7.
Lucky 7. For this quarter, there will be 3 lists containing 7 items. The team that is trailing coming into the quarter will choose the first list and attempt to identify the items on this list one at a time. If the team has an incorrect guess, the other team can attempt to finish that list out. The team leading at the beginning of the quarter will select the second list, and whichever team is trailing after the first 2 lists will get the third list. Each item is worth 10 points.
Plan is working, Tim.
Josh, give me 3 lists of baseball facts, and then I'm going to take the next 20 minutes off.
Right where we want them.
Unfortunately, knowing who was on this episode, there will be no baseball lists.
Collusion.
List number 1. Unique NFL players with the most consecutive regular season games scoring a touchdown since 1970. Ties are in the order they were accomplished. List number 2. Unique NBA players with the most consecutive regular season games scoring at least 30 points since 1960. Once again, ties are in the order they were accomplished. And list 3, it's going to sound kind of familiar. Unique NHL players with the most consecutive regular season games with at least 1 point since 1975. And yes, ties are in the order they were accomplished.
Oh, dear.
Boy, oh boy.
Mm-hmm.
So friends and foes, you guys will get to choose which of these lists you would like to go after first.
Tim, you want to go with the NFL one?
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
All right, friends and foes is going to put together their list of what they believe are the unique NFL players with the most consecutive regular season games scoring a touchdown since 1970.
Just a thought. I don't know.
I like it because mild crisis of confidence there, so I'm good with that. Hey, Josh,
Yes, sir.
after a few days thinking and going on a vision quest, we've decided that we're going to check in.
All right, friends and foes is going to start listing off what they believe are the unique NFL players with the most consecutive regular season games scoring a touchdown since 1970. So go ahead. And
We'll start with Christian McCaffrey.
Christian McCaffrey is number 3 on this list with 14 consecutive games with a touchdown from 2022 to 2023.
Okay, we will say Emmitt Smith.
Unfortunately, Emmitt Smith is 9th on the list.
Ooh.
He only had 11
Oh, no.
consecutive games. He did it twice, but 11 was his max. So, unfortunately, that means there are 6 possible answers for a spoiler was close to try and steal.
Wow.
It's a good thing we talked about all of this, right?
Right. And this is definitely not the first time we're thinking about this live on air right now. I could see Jerry Rice up here on this list. I could see
LaDainian
OJ.
Tomlinson, maybe?
LaDainian. Yeah, that could be.
That'd be my first instinct, just because, again, dudes that just took over a game.
Yeah, and was like the focal point of an offense, like completely. Yeah, sure. Let's do that.
All right, LT.
LaDainian Tomlinson is number 1. He scored touchdowns in 18 consecutive games.
Okay. Yeah, I think I'm just in this point of just like, let's just guess a legend. I don't know. I'll always guess Jerry Rice first just because of homerism, but
Do it.
all right. We'll try Jerry Rice.
Jerry Rice is 6th on the list. He had 13 consecutive games with a touchdown in 86-87.
I think Amon-Ra had something. I don't know how deep it got. I believe he had at least 11 games with a scoring a touchdown. So let's try Amon-Ra St. Brown.
Amon-Ra St. Brown had less than 11 because I have the list through 11 and he is not on it.
Okay. Well,
All right. So, nice news for friends and foes. They only gained 10 extra points on you in that one. 2 of the remaining 4 were mentioned. Number 2, who also had 14, was O.J. Simpson. John Riggins is fourth on the list because he was the first one to do it in 13 straight games.
Both on our list, by the way, after Emmett.
Oh no.
George Rogers, running back for the Redskins, also had 13 consecutive games in 85-86. And yes, Todd Gurley also had a 13-game touchdown streak in 2017-18. So yeah, well, that was something. Let's move on to the next list that is chosen by Spoiler Was Close.
We will take the shooty hoops.
That's kind of what I figured you'd do. All right. Spoiler Was Close is going to try and identify the unique NBA players with the most consecutive regular season games scoring at least 30 points since 1960.
I like yours more than mine.
Okay. We'll check in, Josh.
All right. A Spoiler Was Close is going to try to identify the unique NBA players with the most consecutive regular season games scoring at least 30 points since 1960. Go ahead and start your list.
We'll start with your first date's favorite basketball player, James Harden.
James Harden is number 2 on the list with 32 consecutive games from 2018 to 19.
Okay, then we will go Wilt Chamberlain.
Wilt Chamberlain is number 1 by a long shot on this list with 65 consecutive games
Good Lord.
in 1961 and 62. He also has 5 other streaks within the top 7.
Shocking. I'm shocked. Then we will go Kobe.
Kobe Bryant is number 6 on the list. He had 16 consecutive games of 30 points in 2003.
And then Kareem.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is number 5 on the list. He also had 16 consecutive games in 1972.
Okay. And then this was Dave's, but as soon as he said it, I was like, yeah, that feels right. Tracy McGrady.
Tracy McGrady is number 7 on the list. He had 14 consecutive games with 30 points in 2003.
And then I think he had a pretty big streak in his MVP year, Joel Embiid.
Joel Embiid is number 3 on the list. He had a 22-game streak in 2023-24.
Okay, and then the last one, we were kind of out of stronger ideas, so it's just name a guy who scored a lot. So we're going to take a shot with Karl Malone.
Karl Malone is not on the list and did not have at least 12 consecutive. So there is one last name on the list for friends and foes to try and grab. It's the number 4 on the list, which is between Joel Embiid's 22 and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's 16.
How long did Linsanity?
No, it was not like 2 games. I think we got
That's a great answer.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that have been amazing if he was on there?
Felt like 6.5 years to me.
Did they say Michael Jordan? I mean, is Jordan?
No, I mean, right? I mean,
Like, should we try Michael Jordan?
I feel like if we don't say Michael, then
Yeah.
is Michael
Jordan averaged like 38 in a season, so let's go with him.
Yeah.
Okay, Michael Jordan.
Unfortunately, Michael Jordan had his longest stretch was less than 12 as well.
Hold on, Josh.
Yes, sir.
Because in the chat, Taco and I agreed on Malone, except he was thinking of Carl and I was thinking of Moses. So where is Moses on that list?
Moses on this list is number 9.
Oh,
He had
damn.
he had a 13-game
All right.
streak. You're missing
Didn't cost us nothing.
Nope, you are missing a Hall of Famer who actually had 2 streaks in the top 7. This was Elgin Baylor.
Oh,
He had an
okay.
18-game in 61-62, and then he had another one after that that would have fit in that 14 or more. Okay, well, friends and foes, you guys get the first shot at the unique NHL players with the most consecutive regular season games with at least 1 point since 1975.
Yeah, I guess we still have to come up with.
We need to name 5 more hockey players.
Yes. All right. But we'll check in.
Let's go with it.
Okay, so friends and foes are going to try to list as many of the unique NHL players with the most consecutive regular season games with at least 1 point since 1975.
You want to take the first 2?
I can take the. Yes, I'd love to take the first 2. How about Wayne Gretzky?
Wayne Gretzky is number 1 on the list. He had a 60 straight game streak in 83-84, and he had 3 other streaks that would be within the top 7.
Can you imagine if Gretzky just wasn't on this list?
Well, Jordan was on the last one.
Right,
And Emmett Smith wasn't on the one before that. So, really.
All right, for number 2, we'd like to take Wayne Gretzky's brother. No, we'll take Mario Lemieux.
Mario Lemieux is number 2 on the list. He had a 46-game streak, and he also had 1 other streak that would have been within the top 7.
Go ahead, Walling.
Okay, this is where we get dicey, but I do remember Yzerman having a long streak, so we'll say Yzerman.
Steve Yzerman is number 6 on the list. He had a 28-game streak in 88-89.
Okay, and then another guy who was from a seemingly just a successful franchise that I remember having a long streak was Matt Sundin.
Matt Sundin is number 3 on the list.
Oh,
nice.
He had a 31-game streak in 1992.
All right, we're out of ideas. So next, Alex Ovechkin.
Alex Ovechkin is not on this list and
Hey, we
does
got
not
4.
have at least 25 because I have the people through 25. So you identified 1, 2, 3, and 6 with Gretzky, Lemieux, Sundin, and Yzerman. So spoiler was close. You guys can try to identify 4, 5, and 7.
Not gonna lie, I'm proud of us, Tim.
Okay,
Yeah.
is now the time for Moses Malone?
On skates, that'd be great.
Oh, man.
Right. Okay, so we just tossed around a lot of names. We got Patrick Kane in the mix, Bernie Nichols in the mix, Phil Esposito in a mix, Brett Hull maybe.
Don't forget Guy Lafleur.
We love the name Guy Lafleur.
We should love him a lot. Let's go with him. Let's just get the good name out. That way we can feel good about ourselves.
All right, let's check in Guy Lafleur.
Guy Lafleur is number 4 on the list.
Hey!
He had
Absolutely.
a 30-game streak in 1977.
It's always
Beautiful.
Guy.
Okay. Do you want to go with your man crush Patrick Kane?
I do love Kaner. Let's go with the Kaner, Patrick Kane.
Patrick Kane is number 7 on the list.
Nice.
He had a 26-game streak in 2015.
Ooh.
I got the 2 names. That's really the only ones I wanted. So which ones do we go with, Esposito or Bernie Nichols?
Ooh. Let's go Esposito first.
I
Phil
like that.
Esposito.
Phil Esposito also had a 26-game streak, but it was in 1973, so before this. That was my delineation to not have a tie at 7.
Ooh.
So he did have a streak as long as Patrick Kane's, who was number 7. Just as you know, Bernie Nichols is 10th on the list. He had a 20. I mean, all the other guys on my list had 25, and it's just in the order that they did. The one that you guys missed was Paul Coffey, who had a 28-game streak during 1985 and 86. Otherwise, with 25, we have Marcel Dion, Brian Trottier, like I mentioned, Bernie Nichols, Brett Hull, Adam Oates, Sidney Crosby, and Connor McDavid. All right, after the third quarter, we have scores of friends and foes with 285, and a spoiler was close is at 425. And that brings us to the fourth quarter.
The fourth quarter, known as Put Your Fours Up. This quarter consists of 4 categorized questions that teams will wager up to 100 points each, not to exceed their current point total.
The categories for today are as follows. Question 1, tight ends, in reference to the NFL. Question 2, the tallest, in reference to the NBA. Question 3, tiebreakers, in reference to the World Cup. Question 4, third base, in reference to Major League Baseball. It is now time for the teams to place their wagers.
We'd like to take a minute to invite you to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at BenchwarmersTP. We also have a Facebook group for fans of the pod called The Bench. Join us there to comment on the latest episodes and share cool sports facts and trivia. If you'd be willing to rate and review us on iTunes or Stitcher, we'd greatly appreciate the support so that other people may find this podcast. Thanks.
Now that the wagers are in, on to the questions. Question 1 in the category of tight ends. On December 11th, 2025, Kyle Pitts caught 3 touchdowns and had 166 receiving yards. What Hall of Famer was the last tight end to record 150-plus yards and 3 touchdowns in a game? Hint, this happened back in the 1900s.
All right, let's check it in.
Check in.
All right, Friends and Foes has checked in, so a spoiler was close. You guys can talk it out. Let me know your answer and your wager.
Yeah, there aren't that many offensive-minded tight ends in the 1900s. You said Shannon Sharp. I said Kellen Winslow. I like Sharp better.
Yeah, I mean, if there's a guy that you think of for scoring, I that's who I kind of think of first. But I realize it's also tight ends, and I go back to my man crush on Patrick Kane. That's all I can think of. But
all right, so we're deciding between Patrick Kane or Moses Malone.
yeah.
Yeah, I like Sharp here. It's too early for Tony Gonzalez. Yeah, I think I'm not going to come up with anything better. So,
All right, let's check in. Shannon Sharp. That was terrible. For 100 points.
Okay, and Friends and Foes, what did you guys have for an answer and a wager?
Yeah, that's kind of what we said. We thought too with Shannon Sharp. Vaguely remember them comparing him to Pitts on Thursday night. I was smart enough to know not to play Pitts that night and sat him for likely, which really helped my situation in our fantasy matchup, Mr. Walling.
Thank you.
But yeah, so we checked in with Shannon Sharp for 69 points.
All right, both teams are getting their points. Correct answer is Shannon Sharp. Sharp accomplished his feat in 1996, and only 3 other tight ends have had a 150-plus yard game with 3 touchdowns. One was Kellen Winslow, who along with Todd Christensen did it in 1983, and Rich Castor did it in 1972.
Wow, you pick a Shannon Sharp question on the day that the Packers lose to the Broncos, Josh.
oh boy.
Wow. Painful.
This question was written before that game happened. So.
Then call it Kismet.
All right. Yes, Merry Kismet.
Shannon Sharp would call it Kithmet.
All right. Question 2 in the category of the tallest. What Western Conference team had the tallest opening day starting lineup in NBA history this season, with 4 of the starters being 6'11"?
Hey, Josh.
Yes, sir.
Happy early Christmas, man. How's things? Everything okay? Good
Yeah,
there?
everything's good. Good. And happy
Good.
early Christmas to you, too.
Thanks, man. Hey, we're going to check in, okay?
All right. Sounds
All right,
great.
thanks, bud.
Yeah. Friends and Foes have checked in, so a spoiler was close. You guys can talk it out. Let me know your answer and your wager.
We were getting pretty close.
Yeah.
Taco, I don't know what else. I when I kind of lock in on something, I tend to not think of anybody else.
Sure.
So what I don't know what other tall teams we can think of.
Right. That don't have, they're like tall, but they're not, like the Spurs are out because Wemby's not 6'11". He's taller than that.
Yeah.
OKC's out because Chet's taller than 6'11". And then you said the Rockets, and I kind of like that. Because I think we kind of deduced that it's probably Şengün, KD, Jabari Smith Jr., and Amin Thompson. And I think all 4 of those guys are 6'11" or thereabouts. So
6, not 7.
not 7.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it.
All right, let's check it in.
All right,
Rockets.
checking in the Rockets for 100 points.
All right. And Friends and Foes, what did you guys have for an answer and a wager?
We got 3/4 of the way there. Durant, Steven Adams, and Sengun were the 6'10", 7-footer-ish that we came up with, and then I thought it stood to reason that they had a fourth and that Amen Thompson was probably the odd man out, and so we also checked in with the Rockets for 69 points.
Nice. Well, both teams are getting their points because the correct answer is the Houston Rockets. The almost 7-footers were Kevin Durant, Jabari Smith Jr., Alperen Şengün, and Steven Adams. Their starting guard was 6'7", Amen Thompson.
There you go.
So he's a little shorter, and he was their only starting guard because the other two of them are listed as forwards and two of them are listed as centers. So, okay, well, unfortunately the difference keeps getting more and more as both teams get answers correct. But let's move on to question 3 in the category of tiebreakers. In 2018, what African country was the first team to ever be eliminated from a World Cup based on the fair play rule tiebreaker, the 7th and most controversial measure? This rule awards a victory to the team with the least negative score from yellow and red cards.
All right. Hey, Josh.
Yes, sir.
Happy Christmas again. Us again. We're here to do the same thing we did last time, which is to check in.
All right, friends and foes has checked in, so a spoiler was close. You guys can talk it out. Let me know your answer and your wager.
Ooh. Well, I don't remember this at all, so it's really just feeling like think about some countries that would have conceivably been in the 2018 World Cup and then pick one of them.
Morocco's not bad.
Mm-hmm.
Ivory Coast, Algeria. I don't remember Algeria's name ever coming up. I think of like Tunisia or like Egypt. It's always
Senegal could have been in.
I like Senegal too.
Nigeria's got a decent team year in, year out. Yeah, I don't know. Or is there any particular African country speaking to you at this particular moment?
My eyes go to Senegal in our list. I as you were going, I was typing it all up, and the chat didn't exactly post anything, but that's the one that I initially looked towards, just because I don't know. I feel like I get the most, I should say, the least fair play out of them. Is that wrong? Is that terrible?
I don't know. I don't remember. I don't have a, my African soccer knowledge is a little rusty, I will say.
Yeah, I don't have much to go on.
Let's go for it. Why not? I mean, they're a soccer team that conceivably would have been good enough to be in the 2018 World Cup and make some noise. So, yeah, we'll check in Senegal for 100 points.
Okay, and friends and foes, what do you guys have for an answer and a wager?
Well, Japan got in. On the other side of this, if you would like bonus points for me. And I would like the editors to fire up the loudest version of the backup truck you have ever played in your entire life. Because as far as throwing a dart at Africa and then getting a question right, we have the correct answer of Senegal for 69 points.
Nice.
Ah, damn.
Yes, both teams are getting their points. The correct answer is Senegal. And Walling, you're correct. Senegal was tied with Japan during the group play and tied on the first 6 tiebreaker measures. But Senegal had 6 yellow cards to Japan's 4 yellow cards.
They should have can't they just get them together in the parking lot and do a shootout for the spot? Like,
I see no reason why not. It's another way to sell tickets, and that's all they care about. So
yeah, just like drop a location, 60 minutes notice. Anybody who can get to the stadium gets to watch.
I mean, this highlights my issue with soccer, that you could possibly have 6 tiebreakers that are still ties, and you have to go to a 7th tiebreaker. That seems insane.
Josh, did you just write this this episode to get all of your complaints out?
This is
not on
this is-
purpose, but it's working out beautifully.
I didn't know I signed up for a therapy session for Josh.
Josh's Festivus game.
Yeah.
I think that's
Okay,
it.
that
Like,
might be the title.
That's a good one.
And for those of you listening while Josh writes that down, please go in and register for World Cup tickets, and then when you don't want to go, give them to me. I will pay you face value. There is a chance. Oh man, yeah, it'll be after the draw closes. There's a chance that if Argentina wins their group and Portugal wins their group, that Messi and Ronaldo play each other in a quarterfinal game. So one of them will be playing their last World Cup game in Kansas City.
wow, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That ticket sounds cheap.
I think it's already up over like $3,000 for just the cheapest one in there, but they haven't released all the tickets yet. They're still doing the random draw.
Could you imagine them just saying to themselves, like, this is where it ends?
In Kansas City. in a large concrete jungle east of the 435 loop in Kansas City.
So not only do all roads lead to Daredevil, they also lead to Kansas City.
The end of the Ronaldo Messi rivalry is
The Kansas City Daredevil.
yes.
All right. Well, let's move on to the fourth and final question of this game. In the category of third base, what third baseman has won the most Silver Slugger awards for their position, having won 8? Note, the award has been given out since 1980.
We'll check in.
All right, spoiler was closest checked in, so friends and foes, you guys can talk it out. Let me know your answer and your wager.
We ruled out Mike Schmidt on strategic played too early awards. Awards. Played too early reasons.
Yeah, I think like we said Beltray, but
Mhm.
I mean A-Rod probably did, like you said, ate into some of his.
Yeah, we got, and I don't think he won that many with Texas. Like I think he won 3 or 4 when he was there. So like he would have had to won a bunch with LA or
Mariners or
Mariners, yeah. And I'm sure Marcus would, speaking of cutting a promo, would let us know whether or not Beltray won anything with Seattle.
He struck out a lot, is what I remember from previous rants.
Do we think Boggs actually slugged enough?
Well, it's best hitter, right? It doesn't necessarily have to be like most home runs or anything by that.
And
I
there's
mean,
no
Jose
way to-
Ramirez won like the last couple, and he doesn't hit a whole lot of home runs.
Oh, true. Right.
It's the
No,
best. It's like
they
the
haven't
best
thought about it.
offensive player at their position.
There's no national leaguers that we can think of.
Oh God, yeah. Arenado, Roland, Ripken, but that would have been like I don't think he had a ton when he was with Baltimore. Former Ranger great Hank Blaylock did not probably enough.
I mean, I don't know how there's anything here that's going to actually get us to a exact answer other than
Right.
us just guessing, right? Like,
Bregman hasn't been around long enough, right?
Let's get to an answer.
Okay, can you tell us what it is? Well, then we'll get to it.
I just don't want to have this be you listing every third baseman you can think of since 1980.
Hey, let's list some guys.
okay, we can go some more. All right. Ron Say.
Bill Miller.
Aramis Ramirez. Here, I'll even give you one.
Scott Brocious.
All right.
Yeah.
Carney Lansford.
Oh, Carney.
That's a
God,
good
what
one.
do we even get? Yeah.
That's a really
Okay,
good one.
let's get this thing done with.
I don't care. Go with
I don't
whatever
either.
you want. Let's just do Boggs. That
All right,
feels, that
cool.
makes you feel warm and fuzzy
Boggs.
inside. We will check in with Boggs for 69 points.
Nice. All right, and the spoiler was close. What was your guys' answer and wager?
Yeah, initially I was thinking Mike Schmidt, but he actually holds the NL record with 6, along with Jose Ramirez, who also has 6. Arenado is second in the in that like field as well. He's got 5 of them. Number 1, you got it. It's Wade Boggs.
For how many points?
Oh, sorry, 100 points.
Both teams, again, are getting their points because the correct answer is Wade Boggs. And Dave already shared the flavor text that I had. So, yeah. Yeah, it's
No
a
roller
little
coaster
weird.
tycoon.
It's a little weird, that it is called the Silver Slugger Award, but yeah, it is just the best offensive, the best hitting player at their position, and Wade Boggs was a heck of an average hitter.
You gave a lot of names on there because I think like Matt Williams is in that tied for, I don't know, 12th because he's got 3.
Well, I was gonna say because when you've got 8, 6, 5, it's like you're gonna start getting a whole lot of people tied with a bunch of less. But yeah, Mike Schmidt had this award been given out prior to 1980, Schmidt very well could have had more than 8, but you can only start getting an award once they start giving it out. So
Albert Pujols was probably winning some when he was there before he became an immobile fat man.
All right, the game has come to an end, and here are the final scores. Friends and Foes finishes with 561 points, and our clipboard captains of the game, who are receiving the coveted John Wolford Award with 825 points, is A Spoiler Was Close. Tim, thanks again for joining us tonight. Is there anything else that you'd like to say before we call it a night?
Nope, that's all I got. Good times, gentlemen. Always good time seeing you. I'm back in my, it's like riding a bike. When you get on bench warmers, you get on here and you lose. And it's just, I mean, no problem. I fell right back into the swing of it and it was great. And so I appreciate it, gentlemen. And there's nothing I'd rather do on a Sunday night.
All right. Bench warmers, you guys got anything?
Watch Wake Up Dead Man. It's very good. It's very fun. That's my shameless plug for you, Netflix. Do something about it. Give us some money, you jerks. All right.
Yeah, watch Wake Up Dead Man. Moses Malone's in it, I think.
And John Hughes directed it. It's a sequel to Menace to Society, his quintessential work.
All right. Well, with that, I'd like to say I hope all of you listeners had a wonderful holiday season and you are enjoying the new year, since we are in January when you are listening to this. But with that, on behalf of Dave, Taco, Walling, the rest of the Benchwarmers, and myself, we'd like to say thanks for listening to the Benchwarmers Trivia Podcast. And until next time, we'll keep the bench warm.
That ball hit high and deep. Stretch! Get on back there. They look up. You can put it on the board. Yes!
Into deep left center for Mitchell. And we'll see you tomorrow night.
That great music you're listening to is by Justin Nozick. Thanks to him for producing that music for us. You've been listening to the Benchwarmers Trivia Podcast. Make sure to check us out on all of our social media. We are at BenchwarmersTP.